So I am now on step number 4 of my little information on reducing toxicity. My level of toxicity was very much influenced by mold, but we all have our own level of toxicity, and it affects us in different ways and can cause issues in any and or all body systems. So the first one, we have to be aware, acknowledge and admit that we are toxic and that we have a level of toxicity that has caused symptoms within our body. But step number 2 is that we have to recognize that our bodies can heal given what the body needs in order to heal. Basically, overtoxicity, undernourishment, genetic weaknesses are causing symptoms, illnesses, disease. And if we recognize that that's where that is coming from, then if we work to clean the body, get rid of the toxic burden that we are under, we can't totally do away with all toxins. It's just going to be a part of our existence, but we can decrease it. And if we work on nourishing the body, giving it what it needs, the vitamins, the minerals, replenishing the body with good stuff, and then with doing both of those things, then we can work to manipulate those genetic weaknesses so they don't have to show up. If we can reduce our toxicity and if we can nourish our bodies at the cellular level. So in doing so, our bodies do have the innate power to heal. Our bodies were designed to do that, and we have that power. We just have to claim it. It has that ability to truly believe that. I do feel the greater your toxicity is, and when you're dealing with something such as mold toxicity, because the toxicity is so great in the body, you lose that ability to believe that. It has so affected your brain and how your brain is supposed to work that you no longer believe that. And so my hope for you is that we can get the toxicity down enough, work with the brain's ability to come out from that enough for you to really truly believe that you have the ability to heal yourself. Then step 3 is that once we know that we have the ability, we have to change our mindset from focusing so much on our symptoms, chasing symptoms, researching symptoms, and we have that. And then we get this obsessive stuff, because that's what happens to the brain too, right? We become obsessive about stuff. But once we can stop the focus, and plus you want to survive, right? I get it. I've been there. But then if we can change the focus from all of these symptoms that are going and coming up and everywhere and putting out all of these fires all over the place, if we can focus that energy to creating an environment within our bodies that is conducive to the symptoms diminishing, going away, we need to be able to put our focus in that direction. The reason that the symptoms are there to start with is because an environment has been created within our bodies for that to occur, for all of those symptoms to occur. So if we can create more of an environment where the good flourishes in an alkaline, calming, peaceful environment, where the good thrives and keeps the opportunistic stuff or whatever in balance, because it's not all bad, it just needs to be balanced, then then things will start working better like they're supposed to, which is tricky. I get it, which is not easy. I get it, but it can be done. And if you want true healing, that's where it's got to come from. Okay, so step 4 is to not normalize your toxicity. It took me a really long time to recognize that that's what I was doing. And so I would love for anyone who's watching this or following my steps to realize that normalizing toxicity is not going to help in any way. It will just impede your healing. To be accepting of your symptoms and saying that this is just a part of life, this is just a part of getting older, this is just a part of who I am, that is not helpful. So we have to, my big one, constipation. I normalized it pretty much all of my existence. I didn't know any better. We do that because that's what we're just used to it. We don't know any bit better, so we normalize it. Later, chronic fatigue, energy issues. I always normalized that. That was just me. That was just the way that I was. No, it's not normal. Back pain, I just accepted that that was going to be my way of life, and I was going to have to live with it until it got so bad at the very end of my toxicity issues that I was about to have to go get it seen about because I couldn't stand up or sit down or anything. But lived with it for a very long time, and it just increasingly got worse. All kinds of joint issues we do that with, or just soreness, or our heavy feeling. We don't have to normalize that. There are things that we can do to work with our bodies that get them to work like they're supposed to, so that we don't have to normalize it. It is not okay. And this whole thing about getting older, or this is just the way that it is, don't buy it. Will not buy it. And if you want to be well, and if you want to get to the root causes of things, we cannot normalize toxicity.